What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Chart Striker. This is Dana. So, Bitcoin doing things. We had our, 1 to 4 correction. I had a good question from a friend yesterday. I should have probably explained what 1 to 4 correction is. But 1 to 4 correction is something like this, for example. You see, we started, seeing signs here, and then we had this, 1, 2, 3, 4 correction, and then, we kind of see some strength. It would have failed if we got below this, line that I drew, on the at the end of the stream. I drew this as a support, seeing what would happen if we would have broken below this one. Forget about the 1 to 4 correction, forget about, seeing strength and so on and so forth. I just wanted to explain that, and now I can say welcome everybody. Hope all of you have had a good day so far, and let's get on with it. Let's get on with the show, because things are going on. So I told you guys yesterday that me personally, I'll be cautious, around these levels. I'd wait to see if, if there is strength at support level, and then, we're good to go. If we see that strength, especially if we see any 4-hourly close, daily even better, but any 4-hourly close above 17,400, what happened? We got that close, we got a little bit push more, and I'm still, expecting us to see at least, we did see, 17,500-ish levels, but at least, to 17,600, and very possible that we can see, this, go all the way to at least 70. Let me show you here. Let me just show you here. All the way to these levels, okay? Around 17.6 to 17.750, around these levels. That is only in one condition, okay? In one condition, guys. If we can see a close above 17,510, on the 4-hourly, on the daily really doesn't matter, because on the daily you have to be aware of one thing. Yesterday I did say the daily is really not, looking that horrible, still looking neutral. I know this candle could be a bit confusing, but we still have positive, momentum on the oscillators and so on. We still have that bad divergence though. Do not forget, we still have that bad divergence. It's only going to be invalid if we close above, 17,800-ish. Yep, around 17,800-ish dollars, okay? Just, double checking. But we had, this correction, this 1 to 4 correction, and it kind of held. I was, thinking this could go a bit deeper, but it didn't. This blue line never broke. We didn't break any 4-hourly, any hourly, nothing. Like those of you who watched till the end of the stream, this line, I drew it yesterday, like at the end of the stream, so you were probably aware of this. So we are very, very close to resistance right now. Mago, glad you made it to the show. Hope you've had a good day so far, and made some nice, gains, good gains day, whether it be hypothetical or, the other. But glad you made it, nevertheless. Like, it's good to see you're here. So now we are close to this resistance. This resistance is not a weak one, the one around 17.6. Okay, we have some resistance there. We will see what happens, but we are getting close to major, levels. Like we are above critical levels, that is 17,360-ish dollars. Okay, $17,400 between these levels. We broke out of it, fine. On the hourly, there is something we have to discuss. Also on the 4-hourly, actually. There is some type of, bad divergence already, building. So you guys have to be aware. I'm still being cautious. Like, I'm not like rushing into these levels right now, even though it broke, above 17,400. Good. It means, half of the profit, well, half of the, the position that you didn't take off yet could, keep on flowing. But I'm still, a bit cautious at these levels. Like, because I did say yesterday, one could, take some, profit, see where things are going first, and, let the rest, just flow, do its own thing. On the 4-hourly, we have this, bad divergence already flowing. I just wanna highlight that, okay? And we are still, even though we broke above, $17,400, we are still really not out of that cautious vibe, caution vibe, caution area, because look, the market is not, pushing like it did. Where can I say? Like for example, at these levels, we are kind of, except for this candle, we are kind of, slowing down. If you look at the, lower time frames, for example, here and then here, especially if I look at the, hourly, as you guys can see, I already have a line, drawn here. But if we break any hourly here, we already see some signs, okay, some signs. On top of that, not only that, we already do see some signs of bad divergence, going on as market is going up, volume declining, bad divergences forming on both oscillators on the hourly. So there's a lot of things going on, so I'd be still a bit cautious. Like I wouldn't, be rushing in that much. But Mago, what we were discussing yesterday kind of played out. You did think also that things would come down a little bit, and then we would rise a little bit. I was a bit unsure about that. I wanted to see if that 1 to 4 correction would be respected first. It got respected now. Now we know. But yeah, it's just buyers are being aggressive. People are FOMOing in a lot. I think there's some news also, concerning Bitcoin, but I do not wanna talk about that because I want to be 100% sure that it's not just rumors. And then tomorrow we'll take it up on the show, or I'll just make a short clip and just let you guys know. But so far it's looking, it's on the daily still. Since yesterday, I can't say like it's looking that bad. It's the lower time frames that are a bit worrisome, okay? So that's Bitcoin pretty much. You know what levels we could come and reach if we can see a close above 17,000. If you want to be a bit more conservative, if we can see a close above 17,516, see eventually around these levels, which is next resistance, that is between 17,663 to 17,741. You see any 4 hourly candle close above 17,741, guys, those are gonna be dancing all the way to around $18,000 or $18,100. Okay, just letting you guys know now. So that's pretty much what's going on with Bitcoin. This support is still holding, and now we have a new support area, around these levels. So we'll see what happens then. If this breaks, next support is around, 17.3. If 17.3 breaks, next support is around these levels, 17,150, and so on. Because as price, goes up, just like as people, tweak their stop losses, the support areas also do change, while price is rising. So we have to think about all those things as well, take it into consideration. Okay, so that's Bitcoin in short. Daily still looking fine, like I cannot hate on it. And another important thing that happened that we have to speak about. You remember how we got rejected at these levels? Like if I zoom in on the 4 hourly, you see how this, the bottom of this channel actually, acted as resistance yesterday, and we kind of pulled back. Okay, we held this area, so we can't say much. We held this 17,161 area, but today we are back inside the channel. And I did tell you guys yesterday that if we saw something like this, like it's so much better, so much better. So we are back within this channel, and the top of the heart line is actually, if this is to continue, if we can, see a close on the daily on both charts, really, you can see it. If you can see a close above, it's different charts, so different, prices, a bit of a difference only, but 17,564 ish right here. Let's just say 17,600, okay, to be a bit more conservative. And here it's also around 17,600 ish dollars. Now, if we can see a daily close above this one, we can come and retest the heart line. And the heart line is, it could be, somewhere here, but let's say around 18,000 to 18,100. Okay, that is if we see a 4 hourly candle close above 17.8. Remember that 17.8 level, that is very important. If you can see a 4 hourly close above 17,800 and 20, just to be a bit more, conservative on the safe side. Then see eventually, around excuse me, hold on. Let me do this instead. If you can see, around 17,741, let's just say 17,800. You see any close above that one, see eventually around 18,000 to 18,100. So that's Ethereum in short. Now we can move on to the next one. I mean, Bitcoin in short. Now let's move on to Ethereum, because I had Ethereum in my mind, so because there is something interesting going on with Ethereum. Okay, so let's talk about it. You remember this this bull flag or bullish flag on Ethereum? Look what's going on today. We are we broke out of it right now. Our daily candle broke out of it. It's looking nice so far. I did say Ethereum is showing a bit more strength, but if Bitcoin would have had a stronger pullback, we would have seen it drag the other altcoins with it, unfortunately, but that didn't happen. So we have to be calm and collected and so on and so forth. Now I'm expecting the way things are looking. Look at this. We still have positive momentum on the oscillators. Nice. RSI is pretty much in good territories as well, which favors the bulls more than anything else. But we already have signs on one of the oscillators where we already have signs of bad divergence, just so you guys are aware. Okay, and we need to see a daily close above 1,340-ish dollars, to be a bit more conservative, because the bad divergence could be respected if we can see a daily close above 1,340. Okay, let me just have a sip of my tea. Hold on, guys. Whew, that was a fast talk. I mean, I talk fast, so you guys know. You're probably used to me talking fast now, but yeah, I want to go through a lot of things and save time at the same time. And back. Okay, so we need to see a daily close above $1,340, which would make the whole thing even better. Like I said yesterday, I do not see a lot of warning signs on Ethereum really, except for that one divergence on one of the oscillators. Okay, when it comes to Ethereum, otherwise I can't say it's looking that horrible. Okay, but looking at the 4-hourly. Now, I was talking about the daily. Do not confuse it with the 4-hourly, okay? On the 4-hourly, it's a bit different, okay? There is already signs of some bad divergence. I don't know if you guys can see it. It's a bit difficult to see, but there are signs of bad divergence. We are, kind of slowing down at resistance levels. Look at this. Look left. Let me just draw a line for those who want to be a bit more, want to see it visually. Okay, hold on. There you go. So we are at resistance. Okay, I just wanted to draw the line for you guys so you guys know, follow as well. Sometimes it helps to see it, visually. So we got some resistance here, we got some resistance here, we got another resistance here. So do not be fooled. We are at resistance when it comes to the 4-hourly, even though on the daily it's still kind of looking fine-ish. Okay, that's why I say that we need that close above, $1,340 for this, to keep on pushing. Because even though Easterns are kind of looking fine, I don't see any warning signs there. Not so many warning signs when it comes, also to the Westerns, except that one bad divergence that we are seeing. There is a bad divergence that we are seeing. Okay, I don't see anything else. On the 4-hourly though, it's a bit different. If you zoom in and you look left, you kind of can't see that there is resistance around these levels. So like I said, these past 2 days we're either getting close to resistance, and in some cases we are already at resistance. Doesn't matter if it's the altcoins, doesn't matter if it's Bitcoin, like it's there. That's why I'm not rushing in. I'm not, I did say if we close above 17,000, $400 on Bitcoin, we could see 17.5 to 17.6. And now we also know what could happen if we break above these levels. It's pretty much the same when it comes, to Ethereum, okay? Now we are at resistance. We already spoke about this, well, this level a while ago. This is nothing new between, the level between 1,337 to 1,353. If you want to see, like, if one wants, this to keep on rising, okay, we need a daily close above $1,340, number one. On the 4 hourly, if we see any close above 1,353, now this is Binance chart, okay? The other one was the index. So that's why you probably, see some, price, differences here and there. So let me get back to what I was saying. Like, I kind of interrupted myself there, kind of lost what I was saying. But anyways, if we close above $1,353 there, well, not much holding us really until 1,400-ish. Like, we got some type of resistance. Let me just tell you, okay, we got some type of resistance. Like, something like this could happen, okay? Let me just show you. Something like this could happen. Let me just draw it for you. Like, you see, we are at these levels, and then we come, to these levels, and then, just, come back and retest and something like this. That could happen, okay? Because there is some type of resistance for the 4 hourly time frame around these levels, 1,365 to 1,380, but it's not that strong as the resistance. Let me just remove this one. The resistance at these levels around 1,410-ish dollars. So if we see a close above this level, but I don't know, I'm like a bit suspicious, if it could happen. Like, I'm not so sure it should happen right now at this moment, because I'm still, fine. We had that 1 to 4 correction on Bitcoin, but I'm waiting to see if there's gonna be any deeper correction. Support held so far, fine. Even on Ethereum, this I don't know why this is R. This should be S. This should be support. It's a yellow box. Hold on. This support for Ethereum did hold also, guys. So, we never broke anything, below. So I'm waiting to see if we're gonna have any deeper, pullback, because I'm still not convinced, since we are at resistance, at critical levels. I'm still not that convinced. If we break above this level, though, it's good to go till 1,400 and 1,410-ish dollars, somewhere around these levels. But I'd still be a bit cautious. I'd still be a bit cautious. And let me just draw this. Actually, no need for that. Let's just do this instead. Yeah, that could work. I don't want to have a lot of drawings, so. So if you see Ethereum, kind of break below this this trend line, okay, support. Let me just turn it to white. Then this is the support I'll be looking at first, okay, for the hourly, that is between 1,000. Let's just say if we close anywhere below, $1,307, okay, more likely that we will pull back at least, to these levels between 1,200, 90-ish to $1,285, okay, because I do not see any support. If we lose this $1,307, it's straight down to these levels, and if we break, $1,285, then see eventually, around 1,274 to 1,260-ish dollars, okay. So that's what I see with Ethereum. So we can move on. The support levels, short term, and resistance levels when it comes, to the, well, not short term, but mid to short term. Because when I talk about, the levels and corrections and so on and so forth, it's not gonna happen just like that, guys. It takes time. It takes time. When I'm looking at the daily and I tell you something, it's gonna take, a while, okay? It takes days, sometimes in some cases it takes weeks. When I talk about the 4-hourly, it could take days, in some cases also a week or something. Like, people confuse it with it, happening immediately. It doesn't happen immediately. Unless for the hourly, which could happen in shorter, time frames. The others, it takes time. It doesn't happen right away, okay? So that's pretty much Ethereum. Let's move on. Let me bring out my list to go through. Just hold on. Notes and documents and open. Okay, there we go. Chat, how are you doing? Like, I've just been talking and talking. Hope all of you have had a good day so far. Mago, hopefully you're killing those hypothetical trades. We are gonna go ahead and have a look at BNB, HBAR, Link, Shiba, Cardano, and the rest. Just see what's going on. I know for a fact that Cardano also held support because I was having a look at it earlier. So we'll start off with Cardano. So Cardano also, it held support, as you guys can see. I kind of extended this, blue line yesterday on the live stream, so you guys are aware. Awesome, Mago. Awesome. Like, that makes me happy. Great. Like, I haven't had the time. We had some discussion to do on Discord, but I haven't been like by the computer for the whole day, except, for the last hour before I came live. So I haven't forgotten, what we were gonna talk about, but we'll take it privately on Discord later. But I'm glad you're killing it. Like, good job. Kudos to you. Okay, now hold on. It's all about sticking to rules. The moment you guys, realize that that you have, some nice, TA technique, tactics, techniques, style, whatever, and if you stick to them, that's what I was talking about. At the end, I just want all of you, to be able to have your own styles, and that's only gonna come by practice and, trying to do, paper trades is not a, bad way to start. Just saying, it's not a bad way to start. I mean, ask Mago. He had a good structure. Like, I love, people who are disciplined and have structure and keep on, going. So we have a live person, in the chat that is a great example on, on how you can advance, and get better. I have some internet problems. Just hold on, guys. Like, it's really not my fault. Paying a lot of money to have the best, and then this crap keeps on happening. Jesus. Hold on. Because I don't want the stream, to cut in the middle of nothing. I mean, in the middle of something. So hold on. Let me just make sure it's good. disconnect. Okay, whatever. I'm gonna try to fix it soon instead. Okay, let's talk Cardano. Let's talk ADA now. So, Cardano is still below this level. Do you guys notice? Even though support held, we're still below this level around $0.32. And I did say, like, if we see a daily close, 4-hourly candle close, then fine. Like, especially if we can come back to these levels, 0.3450, and see a 4-hourly candle close above that one, then not much holding us until these levels, 0.37-ish dollars really to 0.373 around these areas. But since I've been saying, be a bit cautious, like, I'm still sticking to that. Like, look, guys, we have some bad divergence, on the daily. It's clear as the sky. Like, it's only going to be invalid if we see a close above 0.4289. Unless that happens, it's still going to be here. Just, I noticed a little bit of robot voice. Really? That's weird. It could be like, yeah, it could be the connection that's playing around with us right now. Hold on. Is it still like that, Mago? Or is it better now? Talking about that once, I don't remember when, but this was in the beginning when I started streaming. I remember someone came on to the show and he or she asked me if I was a robot or a real person, and I was like, what kind of question is that? Like, I had no idea what he meant, but it could be the sound, or maybe they just thought that this is some channel with no real person behind it. I don't know. It's better now? Okay, awesome. Like, yeah, I think that is because of the connection, really, Mago. Like, because it's still the same mic, same everything, and I cross my heart, I'm not a robot. I'm I'm as human as I can be. Okay, let's move on. Like, sometimes we have to have fun and laugh about these things. But internet is bugging out on my side a lot. Anyways, now Cardano prior daily candle did close, fine. I cannot, hate on it that much. This one was a bit more horrible, but we do have, some bad divergence. We need, to see a close above 0.428. Okay, 0.428. To see this bad divergence that is building become invalid, and we are far away from it. Like, before that happens, we need to break above so many resistance levels. We need to break above 0.3450. We need to break above 0.373, and so on and so forth. So we have some resistance in front of us before that happens. And I did tell you guys, if something like this can happen for Cardano, like, it would be so nice. Like, we already have one shoulder right here, we got the head, and then if we can have some type of shoulder at this level, then we could see something like this, very possible. But this is just I'm just saying, I'm not saying this will happen. I'm saying if something like this does happen, it would be good for Cardano. So I'm still, waiting to see what happens with Cardano and so on and so forth. Now let's move on to then, like, support areas and so on. So first support level for Cardano is all the way from 0.3085 to around $0.3. Okay, let's just say $0.3, and it's good. You do have a voice of a female AI in a good way. I'm not saying in a bad way. Oh my god. Thank you. Like, I don't, well, since you're saying it's in a good way, I'm gonna take it as a compliment. But Personally, I haven't listened to a lot of female AI voices, so I have no idea how they sound. But yeah, I had that question once, and I got I I kind of got confused. I was like, what is the dude asking me? Like, what do you mean? Are you a real person or a robot? But thank you, Mago. Thank you. Anyways, maybe I should, start, making those AI voices, for different, animations and stuff. So as I was saying, the support is between, zero point 0.3 to 0. Let's just say $0.3. Okay, if we break anywhere below that one, then we go a bit more, lower. Okay, the organic sounding ones, you never heard them. They're pretty good. Really? Damn. Yeah, like AI is getting scary. Have you guys heard about that? This chat chat GPT or something? I don't know, something like that. Like it's crazy stuff. Like AI is getting sick. But I've never heard them actually. I've never heard them. I didn't know if they were good or not. I don't even know. I thought that it wasn't a lot, like YouTube doesn't allow people to use AI voices, or do they? Like I thought that they didn't, but maybe I'm wrong. Like I'm no expert on that part, on that area. So you know the resistance levels to Cardano, and you know the support areas as well. Okay, on the 4 hourly, we are still being rejected by this resistance level. Like we still, even though we closed a little bit above that level, there is no follow through. So we are still, pretty much below it, guys. So keep that in mind as well. Like I've been saying past, 2 days, we are still around, resistance levels. We are still around. Um, Either we are in resistance, either we are close to resistance. When it comes to many markets right now, in crypto. So be a bit cautious, friends. Be a bit cautious. Like, I don't want you guys to be blindsided and so on. Okay, so be a bit cautious. Chat GBT, right? It's called Chat GBT. It's the next generation of stuff. People are programming trading software out of it now. Like it's crazy stuff. Like I saw some things about that. I was like, what? It was scary. It is scary, Mago. Like I was nuts. Wow. I've seen some people um like go for job positions. Well, just apply for, job positions using this chat GBT and write a book using this chat GPT. I'm like, I don't know what it is. I've never used it. I've, never, um, I don't have a good understanding for it because I don't know what it is yet. I just see it a lot, especially on Twitter, crypto Twitter, like a lot of people talking about it. So I'm probably gonna dig into it and see, what's up, what is it. But from what I've read so far, it seems a bit too scary, Like things are taking over, like AI is taking over. It's very scary. It's the beta version of it. This is the beta version, the one that's writing books and so on. And it's very advanced for what? Wow. Wow. Okay, now I'm in more shock. I was not expecting you to say that this is the beta version. So when it's finished, when they're done, okay, like this is crazy. This is crazy stuff, guys. I'm gonna dig into it and see what's up because this is crazy stuff. Anyways, friends, that was Cardano pretty much. Like, I have nothing to add. If you see any 4-hour, candle above this one, we are probably gonna come and test, the current, high that we already, kind of tested. We have our first. What is that? Okay, we have our first negative momentum since the since the 8th of January. On a private chat, I'm going to tell you what I'm going to do with it. Maybe tomorrow we'll talk about it. Yeah, sure. Sounds like a plan. Sounds like a plan. Like I like to see what else it can do. Like you guys are more than welcome to show me what plans you have to do with it, because like I'm just trying to understand this Chat GPT a bit better, because it's as scary as it is. It's also awesome. Okay, like that we are in a time where, yeah, things like that are applying, job positions and writing books like as good as any human would, if not even better. And that's scary. That's scary, but it's awesome and scary at the same time. So we got our first, negative momentum on the 4-hourly candle. As you guys can see, I am still cautious when it comes to a lot of markets, like support held, but if this breaks, it's straight down to these levels. There is not much, holding us. Okay, and then if this is lost, could mean that we could see a deeper correction. Okay, not just this short correction we've had, but a deeper correction. Okay, we'll see what happens, because if we lose this level right here, guys, there is not much holding us until around 0.27 ish dollars, 0.273, just this level right here. Okay, well, we have this before 0.273, almost forgot this one. We do have some support around 0.286. Okay, we close any 4-hourly candle below that one, then see around 0.273 to 0.26 8 levels, very possible. Okay, but right now we're still holding above this area, so it's good, it's fine. I guess it's fine. Like, looking at this, it's fine until we break below this level. Okay, because this is what I'm saying. If we can get another shoulder on the right, I think it's your right too, the one, guys, you guys that are watching this stream, I think it's your right as well. If we can get another shoulder to the right, like we see some, ziggy zaggy action around these levels, great, awesome. Then we can, see a push, because then we are gonna get our inverted head and shoulder. Okay, that IHS is gonna be seen, and when people see that, they're probably gonna start FOMOing in, because a lot of people do. So that's Cardano. Okay, we can move on to the next one. This is science fiction coming to life. Amazing. This is what I've been dreaming about since I was a kid. Like, it's crazy. It is amazing. It is awesome, but it is scary. Like, it is scary. Like, first time I saw I think her name is Sophia, that robot who has a passport in Saudi Arabia. I think you know who I'm talking about. Like, I think it's the only robot who got a passport in a country where, honestly, where people who are born there do not even get passports. Okay, because they are not that type. But they decided to give a robot citizenship. That was one of the most craziest things I've seen. Like, the craziest things I've seen. I was like, wow. So they don't, give people that are born there any citizenship, but a robot, no soul, no nothing, has more value than humans, I guess. Crazy stuff. But yeah, she was talking, and I don't know what. Yeah, she's a citizen already in Saudi Arabia, just like a human. Yeah, like it's crazy stuff. Like, not even some human, are allowed to have citizenship if they're not Saudis. Like, from what I know, if they're not Saudis, they're not allowed to have citizenship. Like, it doesn't matter if you're born there, raised there. It doesn't matter. If you're not a Saudi, you're not allowed to have a citizenship. Simple as that. But unless you're Sophia, the robot, then you're good to go. Okay, let's have a look. So we've had a look at Cardano as well. Let's have a look at Solana and see what's going on. So Solana is still, hanging around that, resistance area. And this is what I love. The support that I spoke about, yesterday is still holding, okay? It's still holding. But if this breaks, guys, it's straight down to this level first, around 14.95. Keep that in mind, okay? That strong resistance, if you look left, that strong resistance is supposed to act as support now next. That is when we break below this level. If you see any 4-hourly candle close, not only 4-hourly, any hourly close below this level, I should actually change it to a box because we have some, there you go, okay? And I'll remove this one. So any close below this level, see eventually around, 14.9 to $15. And if we see that break, you see any 4-hourly candle close below this level, hourly could work, but I'd wait for a 4-hourly candle close, okay? Any 4-hourly candle close below this level, I'd expect us to see, $14 to $13, okay? 12.7 if you want to be a bit more conservative, fine. We're still below this resistance. I told you guys, if we see a close above $18.35 on Solana, then see eventually around these levels, $20 to $21, okay? You see any close above that one, we have other resistance levels or other profit-taking levels, but until then, just calm down, just take it easy. Let's see what's gonna happen, okay? So that's Solana pretty much. Now I'm gonna go through, the oscillators and the indicators and what they're saying and whatnot. I just wanted to talk about the levels and targets and so on first. So volume is kind of declining. Let me have a look at the short-term moving averages as well. That is important. Okay, short-term, well, not short-term, but the short-term, moving average has still not really crossed above the midterm. Like, let me just tell you, in general, moving average is still kind of favoring the bears, okay? The only good thing is that the PA is above the short-term and the midterm, moving average. Otherwise, it's still kind of favoring the PA. Like, things, I'm still saying be cautious. Like, I know I've been saying it for 2 days and so on. Just because, Bitcoin went up, $100, it's not everything. But I've been saying be cautious for a reason, guys. Like, we are close to resistance and at resistance in some, markets as well, okay? So, when it comes to the histogram and the RSI is looking fine on the daily, okay? Not much has changed there. On the histogram, I mean, it's okay-ish. There is no bad divergence going on when it comes to Solana, okay? Like, nothing that I can spot. Let me see now. Well, actually, there is, guys, there is. We need to see a close above 17, let's just say $18. We need to see a close above $18 for this bad divergence that we see on one of the oscillators, not both, just one of the oscillators to become invalid. Until then, there is some, bad divergence. It's just that you have to go a bit, back to this level at least to see that it is there, because if I do this, you can't see that there is any divergence because histogram right here is following, the price action. We are above this critical level, same thing when it comes to the RSI. But then if you look left a little bit, there is some type of bad divergence, so keep that in mind, okay? That's Solana. 4-hourly, we are already starting to, let me just extend this a little bit to the right, there you go. Okay, so Solana, we are already, seeing, some type of like the bulls are exhausted, okay? We can see that, we can notice that. We have our first, negative momentum. We have also, bad divergence on the RSI, not only the RSI, actually on both the oscillators when it comes to the 4-hourly, okay? So if we lose this one, which is most likely to happen, for this support, to not hold, by the way things are looking right now, we can come down a little bit further, a bit more further down, okay? Just keep that in mind, because even though on the daily you can't see much on the 4-hourly, guys, we got this, bearish engulfing candle. We see that bulls are kind of exhausted, okay? Like, if this support doesn't hold, see eventually around these levels, and then around these levels. Like, there are signs telling you to be a bit cautious right now, okay? Let's have a look at the hourly. Pretty much the same. Like, okay, I can do this. So if you see any, let me do this also. If you see any close for Solana above 16.68 on the hourly, then we can, come and retest, these current highs possible. If you see any close above 17.2, that is also, on the 4 hourly, then we can come and test, at least, $18 to, well, 17.6 to, let's just say, $18 to 18.3, very possible, okay? If you see a 4 hourly candle close above 17.2, not confuse it with something else, okay? If you see a close above 17.2, it is possible. So that's Solana pretty much. So we can move on to the next one. Like, by the way, on the 4 hourly, MACD just turned bearish. Keep that in mind too, okay? Keep that in mind. Now we move on to the next one. Let's see now. Next is hold on. We've had a look at Bitcoin, Ethereum, Cardano as well, and Solana as well. And okay, let's have a look at Gala and Quant. What's going on with Quant? I haven't seen it today. I haven't had time either. But let's have a look at Gala first. Okay, prior daily candle is giving you already, some type of warning signs. And look at this. Look at this. Look at this RSI. Now tell me, would you get in? Would you get in when you see that the RSI is looking like something like this? Would you rush in? Would you FOMO in when you see it like this right now? Is it a good sign? Do you think so, chat? Because it's not really, the best sign. I mean, people might take it as it's, well, the bulls are strong, and everything is good, but you're buying at overbought territories. Overbought territories, okay? We hit resistance yesterday. I already spoke about Gala. I think yesterday we did hit resistance. We came close to this level, even like very, very close to 0.5376, the bottom of this box. Profit taking levels. We came as far as, this was before yesterday when we were doing the live stream. We came as far as 0.05376 is the high, and this one was at 0.05080. So literally, some cents here and there difference, okay? We are seeing warning signs. There's still some positive momentum on the MACD, still some, strength going on, like, can't deny that. But there's clear bad divergence. I already spoke about this. There is clear bad divergence on, Gala USDT right now. Like, if you want to see it become invalid, what we need to do is get above, like close above. You see this box? We need to close above the top of this box. That is 0.04516. Let's just say, 0.0451, okay? or 0.0452, okay, 0.0452, just to be a bit more conservative. If you can see if daily close above that one, okay, even 4 hourly candle close above that one, then fine, we can, you know, come and retest the, like, not retest, but test these levels. But until then, I'd be cautious. Right now we are holding this support area, as you guys can see, still holding, not much going on there, right? But if it breaks, you know the deal. If that breaks, guys, we're going straight down to these levels. Like, there's really not much holding us. That is if we close below this level right here, below 0.039 ish dollars, then expect, you know, to see a bit more pullback when it comes to Gala. Like, I wouldn't be surprised on the 4 hourly. Like, there is really not much support until 0.025-ish to 0.0232-ish levels. I don't see much support, and if we lose that one, like I said yesterday, like, see eventually around 0.0179, somewhere around these levels, okay, somewhere around these areas, because there is really not much holding us if we lose this one as well, okay? So that's Gala for now. In short, like, if we ever see it break above the top of this box, which is around 0.0570, then see eventually around these areas, okay, 0.0698, between 0.068 to 0.0725, okay, somewhere around these levels. But right now, I expect to see some type of a pullback, because we can clearly see that bulls are exhausted. MACD just turned, you know, bearish, That's why we've been talking about, you know, be cautious already yesterday and before yesterday, you know, before things happen. So we are ahead of our competition, okay? We are ahead of other people. Like, we don't have to wait. Thing, yeah, looks oversold, exactly, Mago. Looks oversold. So you have to be cautious, you know, and not let nice green tall candles, you know, lure us into rushing in, FOMOing in, because that's what usually happens with a lot of people. They FOMO in and then they get trapped, and then they regret, you know, FOMOing in. So I don't mind that I was already, you know, halfway out, you know, before yesterday, when I saw that Bitcoin was kind of looking, you know, ziggy zaggy, and I was like, okay, like, time for me to just, you know, best to take some profit off the table and just, you know, let it be, let things be, okay? So that's Gala pretty much. Gala. I think it's Gala, okay? So yeah, we can move on to the next one. Let's see now. Oh, okay, like, I was not planning on having a look at Zen, but let's have a look at Zen for those, for the Zen fam, those that love Zen. Yesterday I did tell you guys that if we see any close below support, look, this is the thing. While I was still on stream, it still looked like, you know, the bears were getting, you know, exhausted. The bears not getting, they were actually exhausted. Look what happened though. The fact that we were getting, you know, smacked down every damn time we came to these levels, and we couldn't see even a 4-hourly candle close above this area, kind of was not the best look for Zen, okay? Because fine, bears were tired, but then what happens? We pull back up, okay? We pull up, and then they come down and they smash the bulls down, okay? Every time, like, it's happened once, twice, 3 times. So, and then sometime, I think after I was done with the stream already, guess who came back? The bears. They came back and we got below this level. Okay, we got below this level, and what did I tell you guys? If we break below this level, see eventually around you know, these areas, 17112, well, all the way, like, at these levels, I just let Zen be. Like I told you, I do not, you know, trade Zen and so on. Like, I started talking about Zen because there was somebody that asked about, you know, TA when it came to Zen, and I, like, I started, doing, some TA on it, and then I was like, okay, let me just, share this with the rest of the, viewers. I didn't even know that there was a lot of interest in Zen then. So it was a pure coincidence, and now we're here still talking about Zen. So unfortunately, guys, we broke, below this level. We came all the way as low as 1709. Like, in other words, if I just extend this, let me just extend it to this. We came to the top of this box. Like, we came and touched the top of this box to the dot. Again, right now, I know you guys are getting crazy probably because I keep on saying they're losing steam and then they come back and then they get smashed, down again. I mean, the bears lose steam and then they get smashed down again every damn time. But again, I'm gonna say, because it's not up to me. I'm just telling you what I see on the TA, okay? Bears took over control, then they start, losing steam a little bit again, like. But on the daily, it's done. On the daily, guys, it's Zen is not looking that good. We can't come all the way to 1503 levels. Like, do not be that shocked, because I have some levels drawn on my other chart. I just didn't draw it on this one, but we can come to the levels of 1503. The way things are looking on the daily, you know how here it looked like the bears started losing steam? Not anymore. Not anymore. Okay, right now I'd be very, very like cautious, very cautious when it comes to Zen. On the 4 hourly, yeah, they're kind of losing steam, but daily beats 4 hourly. So I expect this, to continue on, unfortunately. Yeah, I have nothing more to add. You already know right now we are at demand zones. Like, when we get inside this box, if there's no demand at all, that's when you should get, a bit worried, okay? And now when it comes to resistance, now we have new resistance levels, right? When it comes to resistance, let me just draw it for you. Hold on. If we can get above this level right here, if you can see at least an hourly candle close, okay? At least an hourly candle close above this level. Actually, I could have just, extended this blue line. But anyways, this was support. Now it's acting as resistance, same area. If we can see, let me just do this. I think it's better if I just draw a box. So first, resistance, okay? And this is on the hourly. I'm gonna turn it to blue. There you go. Okay, so if we can see a close above this level right here, okay, 1812-ish levels, not much holding us until next resistance would be around these levels, guys. Draw it again for you guys, hold on. Because now we have new resistance areas that we have, to be aware of, okay? Next one would be around these levels, okay? Fine. 1890 to 1953. We are far away, before we even think about this one, we need to also, see a close above 2060. Then we can discuss, this resistance that we never, broke above last time, okay? It's just the way it is. We gotta accept how it's looking and then just, move on. Just accept and move on. And this is on, let me see now. This is on the hourly as well, second resistance. Cool, cool. Okay, we can move on. Before we move on, let me talk about oscillators and so on. We have some nice divergence going on the 4 hourly. Keep that in mind. I don't know if it's gonna be respected, like by the way things are looking at the on the daily time frame. Not so sure it will. Um, there is no bad divergence, just a nice divergence on the 4-hourly on one of the oscillators. Looking at the hourly, let's see now. There is also some nice divergence on the hourly, just on one of the oscillators, not both, okay, just on one of the oscillators. But bad news at the same time, we have some bad divergence, okay? So look, looks like we are close to resistance already. Unless we, get above this level, which could take us to this area. I don't know about Zen. Like, guys, it's not looking the best, okay? Sorry to say, but it's not looking the best. I don't want to come here and hype you guys for no reason. So it's not looking the best. Just accept it and move on. What to do? Let's have a look at the next thing. Let's see now. Let me just write down that we've had a look at Zen as well. Zen done. Font. Remember, guys, I did say that eventually we could see levels of 121 to 122.3-ish dollars, somewhere around these levels. We came all the way to 123.7, at highest. Okay, let's have a deeper look at quant now. Because this one, I've been liking quant, since we came to these levels, and I told you, well, looks like a double, bottom formation, and I don't wanna, I know there are some people out there that love those W's and M's. I'm not the biggest fan, but when I see their strength, then I could mention them, okay? But I'm not the biggest fans when it comes, you could hear me sometimes say, "Ooh, I see an M. Ooh, I see a W," but it's not gonna be that often, guys, okay? Anyways, our RSI is still in nice territories when it comes to the daily. Okay, we still have this positive momentum as well. Now we are at resistance, guys. Like, I should probably extend this one at the same time. I don't know, but maybe I should. Hold on. It extended a little bit. So long. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. Okay. So we are at resistance levels, friends. Oscillators looking good though. MACD still looking bullish. RSI still looking fine. Okay. Maybe we could see one more leg up to at least these areas, but we'll see that and look at what's happening. Like, it depends. It depends on the 4-hourly as well. Okay. So let's see what's going on. Right here on the 4-hourly. Signs of some bad divergence, that could build. Okay. Same thing when it comes to the RSI as well. Okay, keep that in mind. MACD is not yet, bearish, not yet. I'm saying not yet because I could see it happening soon, but it's not, bearish yet. Why I think it could happen soon? Why I think? Because, they are lagging indicators. It's pretty much because we are at resistance. Literally, we are at resistance, guys, okay? We see that the bulls are getting exhausted as well at the same time. Now, we do have some support around these, like old resistance, new support, okay? If we close below $116.9, then see eventually around these levels next, 114.5 and so on. And if we lose that one, actually all the way between 114 to 112.4, it's support, okay? It's support. I do not want to draw it right now because I want to keep it clean, but it's support, okay? If we lose that one though, see eventually around $108, letting you know now that is close to these levels, 107.6, okay? Still not that much of a difference, but somewhere around these levels, fine. Yeah, I think we are gonna meet some resistance around these. Like we already see resistance. We already see, some type of bad divergence. I wouldn't be surprised if we see some try like a try from the bulls. Actually, hold on, hold on, hold on. There's clear bearish divergence also on the hourly. Now that I notice, that I zoom in a little bit more, got this doji as well. Yeah, yeah. More likely, most likely that we come and retest support areas. Okay, 118 to 119. We'll see if that holds, but be a bit cautious right now, guys. Be a bit cautious. Because the more I zoomed in, the more exhausted the bulls are looking right now. Let's see if MACD, well, MACD is still bullish pretty much. But bulls are exhausted, guys. Bulls are exhausted. I'd be a bit cautious, okay? A bit cautious. Well, I've been saying this for 2-3 days, so I'm not gonna change what I'm saying just because, we see one green candle and so on. Hold on, just gonna bring my water and then we'll continue with the rest. Gotta hydrate as usual. Right, Mago. I forgot one thing. Which chart was it that we were, I asked you that question, would you buy up here? Do you remember which chart it was? Was it Gala? If I'm not mistaken, it was Gala, right? Yeah, it was Gala. It was Gala. Mago, we both kind of got, made a little mistake, okay? It's not oversold, it's overbought. I know sometimes, I make those mistakes when I'm speaking fast as well. But just, for those of you watching, oversold is the opposite. Like if you see, the RSI all the way, around these levels, that's oversold, but around these levels, it's overbought. It's too, like, too much buyers, okay? No, today, just, if like 20 minutes earlier or something like that, when we were having a look at Gala, I was asking you guys, like, would you buy at these levels when the RSI is looking like this? And you answered, looks like it's oversold, and I said yes. It just snapped in me now. It's not oversold. Like, I know you mean overbought, but sometimes we make these kind of mistakes, Maybe you were just, testing me to see if I was paying attention, but it's overbought. It's overbought. Oversold is the opposite. Like, I know we know, but for those of you who are, watching the stream in replay, I do not want you guys to be confused. This is overbought. This area is oversold, okay? Depends on where you see it. Yeah, there's a difference. There's a difference. So it was overbought, guys. That's why it's a bit dangerous to buy when you see. Sometimes, let me just also remind you, sometimes doesn't matter if it's overbought, things can keep on rising. Like it can keep, like we've seen markets like that, when it's overhyped, even though it's overbought, it just keeps on rising. So in some cases that happens, but if you want to be on the safe side, if you see something like this, just push on the brakes and hold on. Just let it reset, okay? Let it go, pull down a little bit back, and then you can take actions, okay? Now, we've had a look at, let's see now. We've had a look at quant as well, so we're done with that one. Because we haven't had a look at quant for the in the past two streams, I guess, something like that. Now let's have a look at Dogecoin. Let's go. Dogecoin. Are we being rejected at resistance again? Let me just do this. Seems like it right now, guys. We still have positive momentum, you know, on the oscillators. That hasn't changed. We haven't had a look at Dogecoin for a while now. RSI is okay, like not much, you know, to discuss there. Our daily candle closed fine-ish, but this is the thing, guys. If one wants to see a bit more push when it comes to Dogecoin, we need to see a close at least above this, the bottom of this box, which is around 0.07984. Let's just say $0.08, okay? If you see a close above that one, then we can see a push to at least these levels, at least, okay, to 0.08481 and actually all the way here, okay, $0.0866, okay, $0.87, somewhere around these levels. That is if we can see a close above $0.08, okay, on a daily. But right now we are at resistance, and again, kind of, you know, showing signs that pulls are being a bit slow, Now let's have a look at the 4-hourly and see if it goes, you know, it aligns with what the daily is telling us, right? And yep, we're kind of losing, you know, the like it's the positive momentum is getting weaker, okay? MACD kind of looks like it wants to go bearish, like it's kind of rolling over a little bit right now. Our side, there is no divergence that I can see right now. Looking at this, no divergence. But then if we go left a little bit, there is divergence, guys. So we need to see a close at least above 0.07862 on a 4-hourly time frame, and then we can come back and retest probably, you know, this current high that we had. From there, we'll see what happens, but right now, I'd be a bit cautious. Now, let me just draw some support levels. Hold on. Instead of doing that, I should just draw a box too, probably. So when it comes to Dogecoin, guys, there is some type of support here. You know, this old resistance 0.076 to 0.07488. You know, old resistance, like turning into new support kinda right now. Okay, so between, you know, 0.076 to 0.074-ish dollars, there is some type of support that could be respected. We will see. This is on the 4 hourly and also actually on the hourly, kind of the same thing, okay? Kind of the same thing on the hourly as well. So you guys know, if we close any hourly, any 4 hourly candle, below these levels, then it's a different situation. Then there is really not much holding us until these levels right here. Let me draw another box, hold on. Okay, that would be second resistance level, second support levels, excuse me. Second support levels. Okay, cool. So everybody is following, but right now we are at resistance. And if you look at the hourly, you can see very, very clearly that the bulls are exhausted. Okay, they've actually been exhausted since we came and almost, touched this level to the dot, the bottom of this box. So I'd be a bit cautious. We kind of pulled back at support levels on the hourly, but we are still, below certain levels that we need to be above to at least retest, well, test these areas. Okay, looking at the let me just have a look at the moving averages as well. Okay, pretty much bearish. Short term below long term, midterm is above long term though, but it doesn't really mean much. Okay, on the daily, let me just say, on the daily, there is really not much support all the way until 0.06954. That is around these levels, okay? Just letting you know, on the daily, like if this 4 hourly support doesn't hold, then see eventually around these levels. When you should be very, very, when the pain is back, is probably if we come all the way, if this support doesn't hold, then we come all the way to these levels, then it's another situation again. But I don't think there's a need of discussing that since we're not even, at first support levels right now. So we can just, take it another time when it's relevant. Right now, it's not that relevant, so we can move on. Let's see next. So we've had a look at Dogecoin as well. Let's see what Bitcoin is doing at the same time. Hold on. Okay, so Bitcoin looks like it wants to break that level, right? Looks like it at least. Bulls exhausted. Bad divergence on both oscillators. 4 hourly already, giving you warning signs again. Sure, Mago. Shoot. Go ahead. Questions are welcome. Go ahead. On the 15-minute chart, is that a double top there? Let's have a look. Yeah. Yes, Mago. Indeed. That's a double top right there. You remember what we spoke about when we discussed double top? I think you remember it, right? I think I even showed you some type of picture just so you know, because some people like if the second peak is a bit higher, like a lot of people, you know, see double tops in different types of ways, okay? Me, I stick to the one where I see, like if I see the second peak a bit higher than the first one, like a little bit, it could be slight, it doesn't matter, it could be slight, okay, or close, then I probably, you know, see it as a double top. And then especially if, you know, when this neckline, now this supports, but if this neckline is broken, yeah, then you know it was a double top that got, you know, respected, okay? When I look at the chart, it looks like it may change direction down the line, maybe in a couple of hours. Well, that depends on if, let's say, if this, since you're talking about a couple of hours, on the hourly, if we see it hold, you know, around these levels, okay? If it doesn't break below this level, and we see some sideways action, like something like this, it's like it breaks, okay, and it retests this as resistance, okay, just to confirm that it's actually, you know, breaking down. And then it kind of breaks, and then, you know, we see some sideways action here. Instead of something like this, we can see a retest, you know, of we could see, you know, one more leg up at least, you know, to these levels, to this, you know, critical area at least, okay, if that happens. But we don't know what's gonna happen yet. We just have to see, like we have to, just like I always tell you guys, we have to put different scenarios into consideration and plan ahead before it happens. Like if this happens, okay, I'm gonna do this. If this happens, I'm gonna be prepared for this. Just prepare for different scenarios, and you know, and take it from there. But that was a good question, Mago. That was a good question. So yeah, double top. If neckline gets broken, then you know that double top got respected. And since you're talking about, you know, it could change direction in a couple of hours, then I'd be looking at the hourly chart. You know, 10-minute chart also works, but hourly chart. Because for hourly, it could take days. In some scenarios, it takes a week or so. Daily, it could take days and weeks, okay, possible. But since you're talking in a few hours, depends on if this support holds. And look, it's very close to this short-term moving average as well, okay? If this support holds, fine. We can't see another retest, you know, to this high around 17,500. We see any close above 17,000 and 500-ish dollars, so we can come and retest, you know, these levels, like I said in the beginning of the show. I hope that answered your question. But right now it looks like it wants to, like if this support doesn't hold, it looks like if this neckline is broken, it's gonna be one of these hard dumps. Not hard dumps, but for a short time frame, it's gonna be, you know, all the way here at least. On the 4-hourly, it's not looking that good, guys. You know, looking at the oscillators and stuff like that, like sometimes like it's kind of giving me that, oh, it wants to do one more leg up, and then, you know, just, you know, smash it, just, you know, show us a nice correction. But at the same time, looking at the 4-hourly candle and looking at the hourly, and now you brought up this double top as well, you know, it's kind of the same on the 10-minute chart too. Yeah, I'd be cautious and wait to see if there is strength at these levels, and if, you know, bears are starting to get exhausted at least, and then, you know, take it from there. But let me tell you, let me tell you something, guys, okay? On the weekly, when it comes to Bitcoin, the fact that we closed this week, well, the prior weekly candle like this is really nice, okay? Now, only question is if this weekly close is gonna be above this area right here, okay? Above $17,620, let's say, okay? Just trying to be a bit more flexible and 50%, you know, conservative as well. 17,620, okay? 30, somewhere around these levels. If we see a close above that one, that area on a weekly like time frame, guys, it's like we can see this pumpish, well, you know, nice action that's going on, probably continue to till the end of January at least, and then we'll see what happens. But I'm just saying if but then again, if things, you know, go left and we get a bad, you know, candle around these levels, you know, depending on what the daily does, depending on what the 12 hourly does also as well, then things might not, you know, play out the best. But looks like Bitcoin wants to pull back, looking at the 4 hourly and so on. Awesome, Mago. Awesome. Okay, so next. For how long have we been live? An hour and a half. Okay, we can go a bit more. What's Litecoin doing? Oh. Now, I did tell you guys yesterday that if we break below this support on Litecoin, we can you know, pull back a bit, you know, lower to at least, you know, $77.5. Like now it looks more like it's even more right now, okay? Looking at the chart, we got the, you know, bearish momentum. MACD turned, you know, bearish as well. Yeah, I mean, daily is not looking that bad yet. Like we have to discuss that. The daily is not looking that bad yet. RSI is not overbought. Like oscillators are still looking fine-ish, okay, even though the positive momentum is a bit weaker. But if we look closer on the 4 hourly, I'd be cautious. That's why yesterday also when I saw this, I was like, I'd be cautious. If we break, you know, below this, and now what's even worse is looks like if this candle in 1 hour and 20 minutes, if we do not get above this, you know, support line right here, then it's gonna confirm that it's being rejected, you know, that it's acting as resistance now. Fine, and that wouldn't be that nice. But there are some positive things that we should discuss, okay? There is some nice divergence building on the 4 hourly chart. Like even if we pull all the way to 77.59, it's still gonna be there, but it's gonna be invalid if we close anywhere below the bottom of this box, 75.38. Then forget about it. Okay, it's gonna be invalid. But if we pull a little bit more further down, and our side kind of follows, okay, and this keeps on building, you know, the negative momentum keeps on building, it's really fine. It's fine. Like at the end, it's gonna build some type of nice divergence, as long as I repeat again, as long as we do not close below 75.38 or $75.4, just rounding it off on the 4 hourly, on a 4 hourly candle, okay? Because if that happens, forget about it. Fine. And if we lose this support, by the way, guys, next support I'll be looking at is around, you know, $67 to $69. I think I already said this yesterday, but just repeating it in case. Let's have a look at the hourly. We got negative momentum there too. bears do not look exhausted, okay? Like if we, let me just do this. Let me draw it down for you. Hold on. Like if we close any hourly candle below 79.3-ish dollars, that's your first warning sign that we can go, you know, to these levels at least. Okay, if we close below 79 point, let's just say 79.4, you know, just to be a bit more conservative. Okay, any hourly candle close below 79.4, then we are gonna be pulling back a bit more to these levels, so keep that in mind. So that's a Litecoin pretty much. Like I was hoping very much that we could see a break above this level so we can come to this area, you know, the next resistance around 94 to $96, and then, you know, push even higher to at least, you know, I think it was 100 and yeah, 106 to $114, because that is still not, you know, out of the question. Because don't forget one thing, guys. Let me just remove all drawings and so on, keep it clean. Okay, the opposite, not the drawings. Remove all the indicators, do this, and just zoom in and show you something very important still that's going on with the Litecoin. We are still above this descending wedge. We still broke out of it. We still, you know, like in general, it's not looking bad. And do not forget another thing. Let me just pull it up for you. Hold on. The reason to why there's action going on with Litecoin, except for the TA, because it could have been weak. Like we've seen markets where we've seen, you know, descending wedges where they break out and then they kind of go sideways and then they just, you know, go down. But there's a reason to why, you know, Litecoin is holding. Okay, and I'm gonna pull that reason up for you guys so you guys can see as well. Okay, got it ready. Can you guys see it clearly? Hopefully, let me see my other screen. Yeah, you can see it. Okay. So guys, notice Litecoin having countdown. Okay, 197 days left. A lot of people know about this. I think a few do not know, but this is something that's kind of general knowledge, you know, when it comes to the crypto market, because a lot of people, I think a lot of people are aware of this. Okay, so we do have this halving, you know, coming down. You guys can just, you know, keep an eye on it on at nicehash.com. If you guys, you know, go to nicehash.com, countdown, look for Litecoin, you'll find it there. So this is what's kind of pushing this whole action. Okay, except for the TA, it's giving it a bit more push, so you guys are aware as well. Fine. So that's a Litecoin. Looking at the oscillators on the daily, we do have this bad divergence. Like unfortunately, we need to see, you know, the oscillators kind of follow the PA. Right now it's not. Okay, so we have this bad divergence, which is probably gonna get respected, and it's on both oscillators, by the way, not just one, on both oscillators. So on the daily, be aware of that. Even though Easterns are looking fine, there are signs telling us, you know, to be a bit more cautious, you know, on Litecoin as well. On the 4-hourly, the same. On hourly, also be cautious. Okay, so we'll see if that nice divergence on the 4-hourly builds, unless, you know, it becomes invalid if it breaks below $75.4. But if it builds and we come down, we kind of hold the support, we can, you know, see a test to at least, you know, the current high. But if you want to, if one wants to see Litecoin around these levels, there's one thing we need to do. A daily candle close above $84.5. That will push the price to at least, these levels, because there is literally nothing at all that's going to be a hinder. Around $90, we might see some type of a resistance, around $90, but not as strong as the one we're going to see, around $94, okay? That's Litecoin. So Litecoin done as well. So far, we've had a look at Gala, Litecoin, Solana, Cardano, Zen, Dodge, Bitcoin, Ethereum, Quant as well. Almost forgot that one. Like Bitcoin is trying to hold this neckline. Bears are starting to be exhausted, like they're starting to get exhausted. I'm just looking at the 10-minute chart. This is not 1 hour we're talking about, or 4 hourly, just 10-minute chart. They're starting to get a bit exhausted on the 10-minute chart. We'll see what happens. We can probably follow it and see what's going on. We got this resistance around 17.4. Let's see, 17,444. Okay, 17,444. But main resistance on the 10-minute chart is around 17,470-ish dollars. Okay. Major resistance in that line for sure. You mean that 17,470-ish dollars area? Those who were watching the show until the end yesterday, you guys remember when I just, drew this one at the end of the show? Like the fact that we didn't even break an hourly candle below this one was like, we are good to go. We are good to go. 17,420 around there. 17,420. Let me see. Oh, you mean support, major support in that line, or do you mean resistance? We'll go. The support, yeah, support it is. For resistance until 17,444-ish first. There's really not much. And then next, yeah, see around 17,470, next resistance on the 10-minute chart, that is. But nice support right here. Very nice support that is still holding. At the same time, seeing that here's a bit exhausted, but that changed the second because anywhere below $17,406, forget about it. Okay, but until then they're still kind of holding. They're holding the line. They are holding the line. You're right, support. I stand corrected. It's okay, Mongo. I think you're one of those that think fast and then, write fast. That happens to me. Like I think fast and I talk fast. So sometimes when I replay the stream, just to see some things, I notice that I say some things wrong, even though I mean something else. Even though I know, I know, I know that that's not what I should have said. But I speak fast, so sometimes I say bull market instead of for bear market, or I say bearish instead of bullish. You get the idea. But I'm just doing that sometimes, to test if you guys are paying attention, so you guys can correct me at the same time. So that's why, I did it on purpose. Sometimes I do it on purpose, okay? But it happens, Mago. We're only human. You remember Maker? Do you guys remember Maker when I was telling you that it's looking nice, it's looking good, it's looking awesome. We just need to see a close above $561 on the daily, on the 4 hourly, and if that happens, see eventually around next resistance 661, and voila, look at this, things happening. Okay, now right now I'd wait to see if this, I wasn't planning on looking on Maker, but then I remembered that we spoke about it, a while ago when it was in still good areas, where one can get in. Now we got the support around these levels. If we lose that support area, let me just mark it too. Now you still can correct me, especially when I say the wrong terms, by accident. Mago, like feel free to let me know if I say the wrong word, the wrong term, because it's really by accident. Since sometimes I speak fast, it happens. It happens that I say bullish instead of bearish, or bearish instead of bullish. Just like I said yes, you're right. It's oversold earlier, but then I snap out of it when I have a closer look and I just relax and think for a minute. Then I remember that's not oversold. This should be overbought. So we're only human. Things like that happen. This is proof, guys, that I'm not a robot, okay? This is your first proof. But you're a newbie when it comes to TA. If you mean when it comes to TA Go, we all can learn something, from each other, because you have your own style, I have my own style. Everybody has their own style. Maybe not correct me, but you can always, also, maybe teach me or show me something new that I maybe do not know about. Who knows? Okay, Bitcoin breaking, guys. I was gonna talk about Maker, but Bitcoin kind of breaking. Let's see if this $17,400 is gonna hold. But what I was going to say about Maker while we're looking at this chart is that also Maker, hit resistance levels. Okay, so you guys are aware we could see, some type of pullback. At least if we lose that, level around $604. Any, 4 hourly candle close, any hourly candle close, below that level. See eventually around next, support that is between 500 and let's just making triple sure, 580-ish to $572, at least, okay? If we lose that one, if we lose that area, see eventually around 550-ish dollars, okay? Somewhere around these levels, around that level. But now eyes on Bitcoin, because I've been waiting for a nice correction. Yeah, because we got this double top, we got this bad divergence, that was showing as well. On the hourly, things were looking weak. Like I'm waiting for a nice correction, actually, nice correction. My friend, he was like asking me questions today earlier. He was like, you said to be cautious and I don't know what yesterday, so why didn't it go down? I was like, you see, this is why you guys get trapped. I was laughing with him. I told him this is why you guys get trapped. When I say it's, it's looking, be cautious, and I'm looking at the daily and the 4 hourly chart and the like, it's not gonna, happen immediately. It's not gonna happen immediately unless I'm looking at shorter time frames, like the hourly or 10 minutes and something like that. But I was talking about, the 4 hourly time frame having a 1 to 4 correction, which we got and support held. And then on the daily, I was also saying, it's kind of looking fine, but I'd be a bit cautious. And talking about the daily, it means it's going to take its time. Just like, when we spoke about the 30th, on the 30th of December, when I said, things are looking good, Bitcoin didn't immediately, start, going up. It took a while, and then we started, seeing some action, coming in. Now, next move is this gonna act as resistance? This old support, is it gonna act as resistance and confirm a rejection? And if it does, it means a bit lower. I don't know. And AI are pretty smart. They will try to fool you to think they're real, so I'm still suspicious. I missed that one, but go. Oh my god. Okay. Maybe I am a robot. Who knows? Maybe I am a robot. We'll only see that when the day comes, when all the members or Patreons gather together one day, for real, seeing each other eye to eye and so on and so forth. That day will confirm if I'm maybe a cousin of Sophia or... That was funny, Mago. Okay guys, for those of you watching, right now I will not have a look at, well, I'm not planning to have a look at some other altcoins. We'll just have a look at what's going on with Bitcoin for a while, just see what's up and so on. If I'm a robot, Mago, I must be one of those robots that drink a lot of tea and a lot of water because, yeah, I need that in life still. We got this nice divergence going on, by the way, guys, on one of the oscillators, okay, on the 10-minute chart. I'm tempted to look at the 1 minute chart, but you know what happens on this channel every time I look at it, so I'm not gonna do that, so we can keep this stream nice and short and to the point. Otherwise, if I start looking at the 1 minute chart, you guys know what's gonna happen. We're gonna be here for a few more hours, doing hypothetical trades live. This is what I like. Okay, Mago, like, I don't know how to. I don't know. I guess I'll have to prove, that I'm not AI in some way. We'll see. We'll have those members only streams, once a week. Hopefully, I think I'm planning for that at least for the paying members once a week, and we'll see then. We'll see then. We might. I might be able in some way to prove that I'm all flesh and blood. Like, I don't know. By the way, I don't know if all AI are pretty patient and nice. Like, I don't know about that. Like, I hope so, but I don't know if they are. You seem like you've had better experiences with AI and so on. Guys, by the way, those of you watching, like, thank you for tuning in today. Like, much love to all of you. Appreciate you all. Hope you enjoyed the show and so on and so forth. And if you're enjoying it, the fun, the jokes, entertaining, and the entertainment and the the nice TA, the probably one of the best TAs, if I'm gonna say it humbly, compared to many where I do not come here and talk about charts just when they're pumping. I'm always here almost daily really. A bit late sometimes, but almost daily. But oh, I don't know, your voice is breaking up a little bit. You're giving it a oh my god. You just wait, like, we'll see. Maybe we'll have a live call, something like that on Discord. We'll see. The only real experience I've so far with AI is GPT, and it's pretty good, and maybe you. Well, who knows? I might be a robot, behind the screens. That might be my whole secret, to why, we have those nice TAs as well. Like, who knows? But GPT, is it GBT or GPT? I'm confused. Like, I have to try it on my own. Even though I'm a robot and so on, like, I have to try it on my own, and see, if it's better than me, or, if I can top it as well. I know I'm better than Sophia, at least, because I don't think she can do, this good of TA as much as I can, but GPT is my competition right now. GPT, okay, GPT. Yeah, that's scary stuff. Oh, I take that back. It's not scary stuff, because we're related robot to robot, AI to AI, so not that scary, but I don't want any competition. I do not want any competition. Today I saw a funny tweet. Not gonna mention who, but there was this post on Twitter where somebody was saying, You have to check it out. It's like science fiction so far now. Yeah, I have to check it out because it's already, kind of freaking me out. Like, so I am gonna, dig deeper into it and see what's up with that, GPT thing. Definitely try to beat it, I don't want any competition, like I said. There was this Twitter post, as I was saying, there was this Twitter post about someone tweeted something very funny. I was laughing, I was like rolling, okay? Somebody tweeted that everybody should have their, a tight stop loss because the people that have thumbnails with those, with their mouth wide open, looking shocked and saying, it's happening now, Bitcoin to the moon, Bitcoin pump, Bitcoin this, Bitcoin that. Most of them haven't even been showing their faces, like in this bear market. They just show up suddenly when there's some type of action to the upside. If I'm ever, if I ever do stuff like this, guys, ever, just know I'm gonna turn myself off like the robot that I am. I'm just gonna turn myself off, shut myself off, and then that's it. Like, you're never gonna see, like, that's not gonna happen. So that's why, like, it's easy to be a genius, when things are going up, everything is going up, then, oh, it's very easy to say everything is going up. But I've been here since, like, the harsh times of the bear market, since, a few months back, when everything was, going low. We called out the low before we hit the low. We called out runs before, the runs came. We called out pullbacks before the pullbacks came, and so on and so forth. Most of the TA has been respected, like, not 100%, but most of the TA has been respected. So it's just, enjoy this, stream, like, take it in. It's not often I see it myself also, because I didn't watch a lot of, YouTubers, those big influencers, before. But nowadays, now and then, just to see what's up, what the hell they're talking about, I just, see what's going on, and I always get shocked. Some of them really do not show their faces when it's bearish times, and then suddenly, when it's bull time, well, not bull time, when things start, rising, they come back up and they go like moon this, moon that, and I'm like, wow. Very suspicious, huh, Mago? Very suspicious, right? Yeah, I'm just gonna stick to, like, it was a good tweet that she or he posted, when she or he said that people should have tight stop losses because those people with those thumbnails, those very exciting thumbnails are back. Me, I do not care about the thumbnails that much. You know what I care about? The content itself. So my thumbnails might not be very hyping, clickbaits and so on and so forth, but that's not what I'm trying to do either. I just want to give out real content with traditional TA, and those who are lucky enough to find the stream, they'll find it, they will go ahead and watch it, and they'll understand that this is, some pure TA streams, not I'm not trying to hype people and so on. We will hype, we will dance, we will have fun when we see Bitcoin, back above, I don't know, 50K at least. But until then, yeah, just just taking it easy, just, trading the ranges, and that's it. I'm so tempted. I have to look at the 1 minute chart. I'm just tempted a little bit. Tempted to look at it. Okay, let me get out before I start drawing lines and support resistance and all that. Let me get out and look at the 10-minute chart. Let's have a look at the 3-day charts, because it's not usual, that I look at the 3-day chart with you guys and so on and so forth. So let's just have a look at the 3-day, 5-day. Why not? Why not? We're just glancing at Bitcoin either way. Hmm. This is some nice action on the 3-day. Like after a nice divergence on both the oscillators, like awesomeness. Okay. 3-day as well, though. We need to close above that 17,800-ish, 17,820-ish, you know, to see a bit more rise. But it's looking nice. I mean, can't hate on the 3-day chart. 5-day chart. Look at this nice engulfing candle. But there is already bad divergence on the 5-day chart, guys. Or is there? No, I take it back. I take it back. I confused this with something else. No, there is no divergence really. Like, none at all. Nice engulfing candle. No divergence on the 2-day chart either. Except for one of the oscillators, okay? We got that. Like, we really need that close above 17,800. $10, $20 on a 2-day chart, okay, to see that it becomes invalid, because we do have some bad divergence building on one of the oscillators right now, so keep that in mind, guys. In about 15 minutes, I'm going to head to bed, but I would like to see if we could speak tomorrow on Discord. Definitely. It's a plan, so I'm gonna keep that in mind. I'm gonna write to you sometime on, I think, the evening time. Like, I don't know what time it is your time, but evening time my time, like European time. So I'll just write to you, or just, you know, write to me whenever you are free, and we can discuss things. Well, our 12 hour also showing bad divergence, guys. On the 12 hour, if we see a close above $17,800, then the bad divergence that we are seeing is going to become invalid. But look, there's one thing that aligns with everything else that's going on, okay? This resistance right here around 17,000, you know, 564, $17,600. It is for the 5-day, 3-day, daily, 12-hourly, 4-hourly, doesn't matter, okay? It's there for all the other time frames we just had a look at, okay? And this pullback is about to be one of those nice pullbacks, seems like. If we get, you know, one, you know, bearish candle right here, like a strong, you know, red candle right here, guys, it's gonna be a deeper pullback. Like, we are gonna go to at least, you know, these levels, and if this doesn't hold, you know the deal, okay? Still got 16,920, 16,900, you know, $30 is still not, you know, out of the woods if things, you know, break down. Just to make sure I heard you right, you were saying that you were trading certain coins, right? Trading certain coins. What you mean now? Right now? I don't think I said I said that. Not right now at the moment. But in general, well, you know, Litecoin, Solana, all those, you know, a lot of coins that I had my eyes on since the 30th. I was not gonna let that slip. I was not gonna let that slip, you know. Because just like I told you guys, it looked good on the 30th. Like, anybody who didn't take action that day, or between the 30th or 31st, kind of saw the move, just pass by them. So yeah, Litecoin, Solana, Cardano, Dodge. There were certain coins that I kind of played with, not played with, but kept my eyes on and took action. Yeah, 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 definitely. I mean, Zen is nothing, I talk about it a lot because I've seen that a lot of, viewers appreciate the TA, but it's nothing that I trade, nothing that I hold, nothing like that. But nevertheless, I do TA on a lot of other coins that I do not, trade or hold either. Just cause I'm not trying, to pump my bags and whatnot and this and that. I don't need to do that. Like I can just, do some nice decisions and gain from that without, pumping bags and so on. This is kind of acting as resistance, guys, as you guys can see right now on the hourly. Just so you guys know, I do not like, I don't care who it is, I'm saying it straight out. I do not like those people who, pump their own bags, and so on and so forth, using other people. Like I usually tell my friends I do not know how they can sleep at night. I do not know how they can sleep at night, like with good conscience. Like I don't know. I don't have the heart to do these kind of things. Like I'd rather, live a stress-free life. And I can say it to their faces. I'm not ashamed to say, it blunt out. Because if you're a crook, you're a crook. Simple as that. That's how I see it. Like making money out of other people's backs, pumping your own backs and dumping on people. Like, I hope they get burned. Okay, I hope they get burned. These types of people, I hope they get burned. Like, I don't. Yeah. Like I said in one of my streams a long time ago, there are a lot of, bad actors, and that's why I appreciate those who are good actors in the crypto, space, because there needs to be more people that are um, honest and are doing pure TA without having any any thoughts you know that that could benefit them in their positions or their bags and so on and so forth. Simple. Yeah, a lot, Mago, a lot, and it's so sad. It's so sad because my this much I know. As long as you're able to do TA, like there is no need for you to pump backs and so on and so forth. Like, what's the use? If that was the case, I would have been coming, to Chart Striker and just, hyping up coins and shilling, coins and so on and so forth. But you don't hear me do these kind of things for a reason because there is no need. Do your TA, do your trades, and move on with life. Like simple as that. But some people are, I guess, are conniving snakes. Like, what can I say? Snakes. Okay, let me just put it that way. Snakes. Well, I guess this is gonna be one of those nice pullbacks when it comes to Bitcoin. Okay, guys, we've been live for 2 hours and 13 minutes. Okay, so far T is being respected. That's what I've been talking about before yesterday. I'm glad you guys tuned in. Glad you guys, stayed for the show, for the whole show. Like I see some lurkers out there, but nevertheless, even though you're not saying much, thank you for tuning in and so on and so forth. Um, Much love to all of you. And if you love this content, just keep on, sharing, subscribing, and liking and all that. You know the deal, okay? And thank you all. Appreciate you all for tuning in. I want to say it again. And I will see you on the next one. And stay safe out there and take care. And good night for today.